If you listen to most online business coaches, what they're going to tell you is you need to be posting social media content 2, 3, even 4 times a day. And I actually think this is terrible advice. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. In this video, we're going to talk about how I gained over 220,000 social media followers without posting every single day, without burning out, without making my life revolve completely around creating content, because I think it's a huge problem and nobody seems to be talking about it. So you join me today for a little bit of a rant and a lesson for you guys watching. I'm sat in the car, just pulled up in the car park here, and I thought I'm going to do this video after thinking about this and watching some social media content of people saying you need to be posting 4, 5, 6 times a day. I thought I'm going to do this. It's also raining, so if you can hear that, I apologise, but it's very welcome. It's the first time it's rained in weeks here in the UK, so it's very, very welcome. So I apologise if you can hear it. Now, if you go on social media, if you're creating content for your business, you're going to go on social media and you're going to watch people tell you you need to be posting more, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day. And they're going to tell you how easy it is to create content. And that's why you should be posting that much. And I actually think this is really terrible advice. The first thing really you want to think about is your business is a long game. We don't want to think about the next 3 months, 6 months. We want to think about the next 3 years, 5 years. So what you're going to need to do is create a pattern, create a behavior, create a plan that is sustainable, that you can stick to for the next 3 to 5 years. And I think that posting 5, 6 times a day isn't sustainable. You can do it for periods. And I've had periods in my business, I'll be completely honest with you, where I've posted every single day. I've posted every single day. But that's not what I did to gain my followers. That's not what I've done for the vast majority of running my online coaching business. I haven't posted every single day. Everybody has become obsessed with the algorithm and pleasing the algorithm. And that's why they argue that you should post more, is because the algorithm likes it. And I argue very, very different to that. You don't need to post more. You need to post better. You need to post better content that talks to your ideal client, that talks to the person you want to talk to, the person you want to help, that is genuine, that gives genuine help and support. You need to do that. If you do that and get that right, people will like it, people will watch it, people will save it, people will share it. And if people do that, then the algorithm will do its job for you. The algorithm will push the content, regardless of whether you're posting 5 times a day, 6 times a day, 7 times a day. The algorithm will push it. If people are engaging with your content, the algorithm will push it. So what did I do to amass, over 200,000 followers on social media? And my 200,000 followers are across 3 platforms: TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. However, unlike most creators, I don't create separate content for 3 platforms. I create one piece of content, I use it across 3, because I find that they are slightly different audiences across all 3 platforms. So I just share the same piece of content. I am a lazy creator. I don't want to spend all day creating content. I'm a lazy creator. So I repurpose my content across all 3 platforms. And I don't think that's a bad thing to do, to be honest with you. So my strategy, quite simply, was this. I posted content every other day. So that means that's only 3 to 4 pieces of content per week. Now, I have very good reason for doing this. Number 1 is sustainability. I knew that 3 to 4 pieces of content a week, I could stick at that for years. I can batch film 3 to 4 pieces of content in one go, and I've got a whole week's worth of content. If I was posting 3 times a day, I'd need 21 pieces of content in order to hit the same thing. And for me, that wasn't sustainable. That's not the life that I want to live, and that's not the life that I argue you probably want to live. So for me, every other day I posted content. Now there's a few reasons to this. I also found is that if I posted more than once per day, my own content almost started to compete with itself, and it ruined everything. Both pieces of content didn't do very well. I also find that social media content, short form content, has a short life. We know this. We know that people scroll, they forget. And I find that it has around 48 hours. Around 48 hours, 2 days. After that, you start to see the decline. It starts to slow down and drop off. There are exceptions to that. I've got pieces of content out that I posted 4 weeks ago that are still getting hits. That is true. But the vast majority of content only really sticks around for 48 hours. After that, it's gone. It's completely gone. There's lots more been posted. You've probably posted again, and it disappears into the ecosystem. So for me, if a piece of content gets 48 hours, Let's give it 48 hours. Let this piece of content run its course, and then I post again. And then that runs its course for 2 days, and then I post again. So every other day works really well for me and has worked really well for me in the past. I still do this now. Like I said, I have occasions where I post more than that. What you will also find as well is if you are posting 3-4 pieces of content a day, you start to look like a scammer. You start to look very spammy, and your audience who are following you start to get a little bit sick of seeing you. Because to post 3 to 4 pieces of content a day, you are either talking absolute waffle or you are repeating yourself heavily. And what happens is your audience gets a little bit fed up of seeing this and they start to completely skip your videos. Whereas if I post every other day and each piece of content is value giving, it's worth watching, you'll find that the vast majority of people who scroll past it who know you will stop and watch it because, I've not seen this guy for a couple of days, and they see what you're up to. So for me, your audience prefers it as well because they're not sick of seeing your face. You know, posting 3 or 4 times a day. I follow a lot of people on social media who post a lot, as I'm sure you guys do, and I'm sick of them. I can't stand the sight of their face now. I scroll past them, and that's when you start to lose trust with your audience, particularly if you're an online coach. That's when you start to lose trust with your audience. Now, one thing I do post daily on is stories. The way I see it is this. Your content, your reels, will bring in cold people. They will bring in new followers. They bring new people into your ecosystem. Your stories nurture and build trust with the people who are already following you. Because in your stories, they're less curated, they're less edited. Your stories are very much kind of just videos of your day-to-day life, videos of what you're up to that day. Maybe a few polls to ask clients questions or potential clients and warm people up. Maybe you're launching a new service, a new offer, and you put it in your stories. So your stories build a lot of trust. Your stories get your audience to know you on a deeper level. It's almost a behind the scenes. So I post on my stories every day, but stories are easy to post to. Stories are very easy to post to. Quick picture of the dog, quick picture of you out for a walk, out for a coffee, quick, if something funny happens, quick video, whatever it is, stick it up on your stories. Stories are very, very easy to post to. You don't really think about them. You don't know what story you're going to post until you post it, most of the time. Anyway, if you're anything like me. So for me, stories are the only thing that I post on every single day. For the rest of my content, I post every other day, or I did do for the vast majority of growing my over 200,000 followers on social media. And might I add, 200,000 followers for my business is in a niche of a niche. So I'm a dog trainer. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm an online dog trainer. Dog training is pretty niche in itself, to be honest with you. You don't have to have a niche in dog training. I do. I train only one breed of dog and I work with only one breed of dog. Mostly, I do have a couple of other clients with other dogs, but mostly it's one breed of dog. I'm in a niche of a niche and I have grasped that niche. I have taken over that niche. I'm the largest in that niche. And that was all through this content strategy. It's not through spamming content. It's not through scamming people and putting out as much content as I can and forcing it down people's throats. It's by putting out good quality educational content that really helps people and doesn't make people sick of the sight of me. So that is my really, really simple content strategy plan. And I think most of you could stick to that. I think that is a plan that most of you could stick to. On top of that, of course, you're going to have things like your newsletter. I think once, maybe twice a week for an email is absolutely fine. You don't need to be sending emails out every single day. You just don't have to do that. Again, people become sick of seeing them and they start to put them in their spam. Then they start to unsubscribe from your mailing list. Once, twice a week, absolutely fine. Giving value, giving something good to those people that follow you and those people that are on your email list. And then long form content, YouTube, for example, once a week. Once a week, absolutely fine. And I think this is a strategy that everybody can stick to. This is a strategy that all of you can do, posting every other day. So if you want to hear more like this, I've got lots of tips and tricks. I'm going to be telling you things that I've done in my coaching business to grow a big following and to earn multiple 6 figures. I'm going to be telling you everything I do and helping you guys along the way. Because to be quite honest, I've grown sick of hearing so many other business coaches online talk absolute nonsense and tell you guys to do things that are going to either take over your life or ruin your business or ruin the trust that you've been working hard to build with your clients. A lot of people are telling you to do stuff that is absolutely going to ruin that. You want life. if you watch my videos, which I hope you do, go through my videos and watch them, you will know that I am all about earning a full-time income in part-time hours. I don't want to be doing things that consume my life around my business. I want my business to fulfill me and to give me satisfaction and to earn me a good salary, but I want it to facilitate the life that I want to live. I want my business to facilitate me to have a bigger life. And if I was spending all day filming content, that's not going to happen. I don't want to be doing that. And I'm sure you guys don't want to be doing that as well. So this is a different take on things, guys. If you like it, drop me a comment, drop me a like, subscribe to my channel would be a big, big help, guys. But more importantly, let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to implement this, or if you've implemented something similar, let me know in the comment section and let me know how you found it.